This could also be an Ornn support as well. This flex pick for Ornn could be down in the support. Gragas is probably maybe jungle, maybe support. There's definitely a bit of flexibility with the support and top lane picks right now, or jungle picks for both these two sides. Gragas could be flexed down to a support role, very popular pick. Ornn, Baron lane support, again, can be pretty good. It does seem like both these two teams are expecting the Gragas and the Ornn to go down in the support role, because junglers are being banned by Ladno, and then two junglers also banning away a Baron laner. Are we going to get the Varus after the buff? Are we going to get the Kai'Sa? Who's it going to be down in the bot lane, potentially with the Gragas? Kai'Sa is going to be the pick. I would expect that it's probably AD Kai'Sa this game, since you have already quite a bit of AP damage. I guess it depends on the last pick here for two junglers. Could be AP Kai'Sa, maybe it'd be AD Kai'Sa as well. Varus is going to be pretty interesting. Varus got probably one of the biggest buffs that I've seen in quite some time in patch 4.4c. That just happened yesterday. Both his first ability and his second ability got buffed. We're going to get the last pick here. Oh, so it's going to be Ornn in the Baron lane. And then support is going to be Alistar in the end. So Ornn Baron lane, Akali mid lane, Aatrox in the jungle. Now, what do two smites want to pick up here? Probably looking for a jungler here, most likely. I haven't seen a Fiora jungle in quite some time. Does look like it's going to be locked in though. Very solo queue focused. This is the thing with two junglers, is that all of their players are pretty much solo queue players. So when it comes to playing as a team and team compositions and just general knowledge of champ select, I wasn't expecting them to cook up anything good. Well, I say good, but I guess something standard. You know, Fiora jungle is something that we have not seen in quite some time. It's been a long time since I've seen a Fiora jungle. Quite some time. It's been a long time since I've seen Fiora jungle. But these are two teams going into it. We'll have to pause at the start of the game, unfortunately. The pause will have to come in. We'll have to wait a couple of minutes because we don't have the spectator delay, I guess you could say. However, everything should work smoothly. Should. We swap over here and we go boom. Aha! Look at that. As easy as you like. No problems. No flaws. Just pure excitement. Hopefully mods could do a prediction or something. Or I could do a prediction while we're waiting. Let me get a prediction running. / prediction. Start prediction. Game 1. LT versus 2JS. LT, 2JS. We're going to go on a 2-minute prediction. All right, chat. All right, we're good. Everything should be good. If there's any audio level problems or anything, or any problems with the game itself, let me know. Everything should be all good. I think we're looking good. Everything looks smooth. We're good. Maybe my audio level's a bit too high. Maybe. See if that's better. We'll have a look and see if that's better. There we go. Game numero uno. Two junglers, 0 smite on the red side. Ladno on the blue side. Honestly, I know zero people from this Ladno team on the blue sides. I'm not really too sure. Not really too sure how good they are. Not really too sure how they came together as a team, but all the more excitement. All the more excitement to get into this game to see how these players are going to do. Early game, nothing crazy too far. It looks like Aatrox is actually ahead in terms of jungle tempo. Aatrox started on the blue side, but Aatrox is actually ahead at the moment in terms of jungle clear speed. You can see that Aatrox is already on the Scuttle Crab before the Fiora even clears the walls. And it looks like Fiora is not even going to be able to clear the walls. And KI is completely caught. Wow, that's a double flash forward from Ladno. That's a quick first blood there. I don't know if KI expected Aatrox to be there, but KI saw, like, there was a ping that went down, like an assist ping in the river. But for some reason, KI still walked up without any vision and got completely caught out by the Aatrox. So nice first blood there. Onto the Varus. More than anyone else. Varus is going to be pretty good to get that first blood. Does have the first strike as well. This is probably going to be AP Kai'Sa, I would assume, because you have AD top, AD jungle. Oh, Renekton going to flash in here. Not too sure if you can kill the Ornn, though. Does Ornn have flash? Okay, he still had flash as well. Ornn could maybe stay here as well if he wants to. Yeah, I think Ornn's just going to stay here and just clear this wave. I think that'll be totally fine. This Kai'Sa Renekton needs to really be careful. Gragas has no flash. There should be another kill. Should be another free kill here for Ladno. Even jumping over the wall again. Like, look at the damage that Aatrox does. This Aatrox hasn't even gone back to base yet. Again, another nice catch there by Aatrox, by Ladno. You know, to catch out the Gragas on the bot side. Really taking advantage of the... no flash on the Gragas. I mean, maybe I need to turn the volume down one. Okay, that should be fine now. Hopefully. Hopefully it should be okay. Oh, Kai'Sa dashing in onto Wawa. Oh, Kai'Sa. Okay. Nice return kill there onto Wawa. Not too bad. The two junglers still quite behind in gold. Ornn is going to try his best to survive. Renekton's dead. See you later, Renekton. It was nice knowing you. Nice roam by Akali as well. Few good roams here by Ladno, giving them a good early game gold lead right now. Both in the bot lane and also up in the Baron lane as well. Surprised that Vladimir actually didn't go top here. I think Vladimir should have gone top to catch this wave up here. Because Renekton loses whole wave anyway, yeah. I'm pretty sure Vladimir should have roamed up top here to catch that top lane wave. Like, Renekton lost, like, pretty much a whole wave of minions. That's okay, though. All good. Nothing too crazy for now. Just a pretty standard early game. A few good ganks, though, from Ladno. Just giving them a bit of a gold lead so far. 1,000 gold lead. These objectives are coming up, though, and it does look like two junglers are going to prioritize that Rift Herald. Smart play. Might you get caught out here? Actually get completely caught out. Gragas is getting dove on underneath the tower. Oh, God. That is not good. Kai'Sa as well is also going to die. Oh, this is extremely bad. Ornn still had ulti this whole time as well. That's extremely bad. You saw the two junglers were trying to go towards the Rift Herald, but Ladno was just in the perfect spot there. They're all grouped up together. Two junglers were completely split and they were able to get a few kills there. The tower dive was very risky onto the Gragas, but getting that has really helped out. Aatrox is going to go back to base, get another item. And now head towards the dragon. Big plays from Ladno. Not a whole lot of setup around this dragon just yet. They're probably going to use the Rift Herald at some point. Actually, it doesn't look like they are. I'm quite surprised. I thought that they would try and use Rift Herald as kind of a distraction, but it looks like instead two junglers are just going to look to try and tower dive this top lane with the Ornn. And Ornn used the flash to get away. You're going to try and get some tower plays here? I mean, they're not even going to get the tower. Like, they're not even going to be close, I don't think. They do have a second wave coming in. That could definitely help them out. Python does need to be a little bit careful, but yeah. Okay, they trade objectives in the end. So they trade towers. I don't think that's a bad trade from two junglers, but the Rift Herald is going to get a second charge though. Actually, I don't think it did. No, it didn't get a second charge underneath the tier 2 tower. Overall, not a bad play there. Not a bad decision to make there from two junglers to be able to get the tower up in the Baron lane as kind of an exchange for mid lane tower. Not a trade that you want, but it's still pretty good. Oh, nice. Explosive cast there from the Gragas, but Varus was able to flash away. So far, we're having an ARAB at the moment. All random, all bot. Renekton just going to use ulti to clear the wave. On ulti a bit too late. That's okay. Good defense in the bot lane. Oh no, KI's caught again underneath a ward. Oh no, KI. It's an absolute disaster for KI. F's in chat, 07 for KI. F's in chat. Unfortunate one. KI goes down for a 4th time. 6 kills now over to Ladno. Nearly a 3,000 gold lead now. Which is really scary with this competition. I wouldn't call KI the Shy. I don't think he pops off as much as the Shy. Unfortunately. I've played with him a few times. He doesn't pop off as much as maybe what you'd think. Yeah, Aatrox building Ghostblade first item is no surprise. I mean, Ghostblade is one of the cheapest and most cost-efficient items for junglers to complete. It's kind of afterwards, which is where the kind of flexibility comes in. First Strike is very interesting for the Varus. The thing that I don't like about First Strike with Varus is that when you're poking with your piercing arrow, you actually don't get any value in terms of true damage or gold. It's the damage you do after the first instance of damage. Really good if you can get like an ulti off and a few auto attacks afterwards, but Blam's not here yet. Blam's with us in spirit. I have a photo of him on the cast. Oh, Wawa. Oh, that was a mistake. That's a pretty big mistake as well to make. This Aatrox is doing work. Pretty scary. Pretty scary, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, Fiora Jungle is something that I haven't seen for a very long time. I don't remember the last time I saw Fiora Jungle. Honestly, it might have been Icons. Might have actually been Icons. I probably saw it at some point during Wild Rift League Asia, but no one plays the champion anymore. But that's the thing though, like I know that with Miha that he's very comfortable on Fiora, which is kind of like I said, the difference between like a team environment and a solo queue environment, if that makes sense. Very, very different. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, this is the quarterfinals of the Rift of Legends Season 3. We're going to be streaming this over the next few days. We got today, tomorrow, and Sunday. 2 best of 5s every single day. Okay, Miha gets 1 kill. Yeah, well, this is just the quarterfinals at the moment. And then tomorrow we're going to be seeing the 2 big guns, WLG and have a game in Capybara. Oh, wow, this is a Kali champ. This Akali champ is very, very nice. Who is the mid laner? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, Tappy. No idea. I don't know who the mid laner is for the 2 junglers. Fiora's really good as a Baron laner, but in the jungle, she's just not as strong anymore. Her jungle damage got nerfed a bit. Who is the caster? It's not me. It's pre-recorded. Don't worry. I'm not actually here. I'm not actually here. Manamune Essence Reaver doing some Omega damage to Varus that's been buffed for like the 20th time. Oh. Okay, nice. Oh, this... Oh, no. Oh, this Akali champ is kind of popping off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Akali fed as shit. Uh-oh. That's bad. Nice champ. Disgusting play there from the Akali. Quadra kill. Baron buff being taken. They've done pretty well to snowball this lead, though. They've done very, very well. They have to try and kill this Baron very, very quickly because the other members come back out on the map. But yeah, they don't have a chance. Really nice play here from Ladno. Playing very well as a team. Got a few catches out in the early game. Especially catching out KI a few times. Also Renekton 0-3, which is not really what you want to see on your Baron laner. They've done really well to use their gold lead and actually kind of dominate around the rifts. You see Lee Sings is a bit caught out here as well. I know they're moving around the map so well here. You can see I have a great pick up here. Like they're using the map and they're using their vision really well with the gold leads. It's really nice to see. Oh my, I think Akali can 1v2 this. Oh, maybe not. I lied. Okay, it was kind of close. It was kind of close. You know, if Vladimir didn't have flash, I think it would have been fine. Hey, Haru, there's nothing wrong with being diamond stuck at the moment, okay? I'm also in diamond. Thank you for the prime, Dan. Appreciate it. What's up? Hello. Vlad build? There's nothing wrong with the Vlad build. Nothing wrong with the Vlad build at all. Okay, nice pick there. Maybe they could try and do something with this. It looks like Lee Sings was trying to get some more kills, but wasn't able to get it. Really unfortunate. Oh, don't worry, Jabin. I had a Veigar support yesterday that was taking my CS, trying to get stacks on passive. That was fun to play. That was a fun game. 2 jungler 0 smite mid laner is Boo Boo. I still don't know who that is. Name doesn't ring a bell. Doesn't ring a bell. So the game has kind of stalled a little bit because 2 junglers did get that pick, which is really nice. The next dragon is coming up though. I mean, 2 junglers really need to take this objective. If they do not take this dragon, then it's going to be Ocean Soul over to Ladno. And to be fair, Ocean Soul on Aatrox and everyone else, yeah, it's going to be a bit too hard. Oh wow, okay. They tried to get a pick here, but they weren't able to. Okay, this looks pretty over to me. This looks pretty over to me. Yeah, everyone is just, yeah. GG's, well played. Game number 1. Really strong performance from Ladno. Both their jungler and mid lane are playing extremely well. Also the support as well. Alistar did make some really nice plays. This should be game 1. Going over to Ladno. These are best of 5s though, so still a long way to go in these games. Best of 5s. GG's. Really strong performance in game number 1. GG's. Well played. There you go. These are the stats, the end game stats for you to all see. And you know what's really cool now? Is we can now see the runes of every single person. Look at that. Smites, Camille, and Ziggs. Then we're going for a round of 10 unique champions, maybe, for 2 jungler 0 smite. It would be very interesting. I wonder where this Camille's going to go. Camille will probably be in the Baron lane. So we're looking for jungler and mid laner for 2 jungler 0 smite. And for Ladon, we're... Oh, the Akali didn't get banned. We got Akali, Ornn, and Ezreal being picked up. So we're looking for a mid laner and potentially a... Not sorry, a mid laner. A jungler and a support, potentially. Looks like it's going to be Lee Sin. Oh, God. I'm worried for 2 jungler 0 smite at the moment because in the first game, the Ladon jungler played very, very aggressive with Aatrox, with early ganks. And if there is one champion that you don't want to face in terms of early ganks, it's Lee Sin. Pretty damn scary. Hey, Blam is home. Look, he's online. Blam will join us for the next round. He will join us for the next round of action. I'm sure he needs to rest after working and eating, and he probably needs to eat. Saying that, I also need to eat. But, you know, we live life on the edge. That's all good. Alrighty. Irelia and Xin Zhao were the other 2 picks. So Xin Zhao in the jungle recently got buffed. Irelia in the Baron lane, probably. And then Camille mid. Not too sure where these 2 picks are going to go with Irelia and Camille. Very interesting. A lot of skirmishing. I think the only problem that I have right now with 2 junglers comp is that there is no protection really for this Ziggs at all. Xin Zhao goes in. Irelia goes in. Camille goes in. Nautilus goes in. So basically, Ziggs is just going to sit on the back line and probably get one shot by either Akali, Lee Sin, or someone. Which is kind of scary, to be honest with you. I'd be very scared if I was a Ziggs this game. Good thing about Ezreal is that he does have that mobility. So even if he does get dove on, then he does have the mobility to escape. But he is against a Camille, which obviously you cannot escape Camille. So that can be very, very difficult. Yeah, it looks like it's Irelia mid and Camille top lane. I wasn't too sure how the swaps would go there for the Camille and the Irelia. Blam, rate my pick of you and my edit of you out of 10. Actually, I didn't really edit it, but you know, I put you in. Rate out of 10. You wasn't here, but now you're here. You were always here. Technically. You were always here and you never left us. Happy, happy days. Game numero dos. 2 junglers, 0 smite against Ladino. The other game is going to go. Nice production, nice no names. Look, Xanth, I told you all to remind me, but you didn't remind me. So how am I going to remember to get the names on top of the champions when I have 20 other million things in my brain trying to figure things out? I blame Twitch chat. Game number 2, Wawa is taking one hell of a beating in this early laning phase. Both the poke from the Ezreal and the Galio doing a lot of damage here. It's kind of the power now of Ezreal. His base is an extra base AD that you got in the early game. And his poking from Mystic Shot. It's kind of nice. Okay, bit of a play in mid lane here. First blood over to Ladno. Bit of a return kill from Miha on the Xin Zhao. So jungle kill for jungle kill, but the big thing is that the mid laner did survive for Ladno, so probably going to be able to potentially push the wave and maybe deny some minions. Actually, no, I don't think so. I think Irelia's probably going to get back in time, which is pretty big. Few pings that got over again from 2 junglers 0 smite. You can see that Lee Sin's going towards the bot lane again. This has happened again. This is twice in a row now. I wonder who's actually doing them pings and predicting where the Lee Sin is. Because that's twice in a row now that 2 junglers 0 smite have pinged where the Lee Sin is. But the bot lane is just not respecting the Lee Sin ganking. And KI? Okay. That's a kill, I guess. Oh! Okay, this guy's pretty good at Akali, you know. This guy's pretty good at Akali, no? Pretty good timing there with the Ezreal ulti and also the Akali flash in. Really, really nice timing. I wonder how good Xin Zhao is now, actually, since the buffs. I wonder. I wonder if anyone's going to pick up Yone as well, because Yone also received buffs. I'm curious to see how good Yone is. Another play in the Baron lane here. Arrow is not going to be enough. I think Lee Sin should have... Oh, what the hell happened to my camera? Okay, guided cam again. Oh, no. Okay, Irelia. Okay, Nautilus got the kill. Okay, it's a bit of Fiesta in this Baron lane. I'm not too sure if the Nautilus is going to survive here. Oh, shield. Can he get a honey fruit? Wait, he got the honey fruit, no? Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait, did he get the kill? Ziggs ulti? Oh. KI, I take back everything bad I said about you. Somehow he survived. I don't know how he survived, but he did. I guess Ornn and Galio just don't do any damage. How did KI survive that? I will never know. He was actually really unlucky not to get both the kills as well. Really, really unlucky. Rift Herald to Dragon exchange for both these two teams. So probably what's going to happen in this game is that Ladno is going to try and go towards these jungle objectives. And have a look and see what's happening. Rift Herald not used just yet. We're probably going to see Rift Herald use mid lane. Yeah, Rift Herald use mid. Ezreal is 1 HP. I've never seen someone so low on HP in my entire lifetime. Rift Herald is going to... Oh my god. The Ezreal is just tanking every single bit of damage at the moment. Still not enough to break that mid lane tower though, but it does force the back from the Ezreal and the Galio, which means that this mid lane tower is probably going to be taken. I honestly think if Nautilus just tanks 1 or 2 shots, he can just W it. Yeah. There you go. And all Nautilus needs to do is tank 1 but okay, Nautilus is just dead now. Okay, I lied. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh no, Ireliaing. I don't think we're Ireliaing today, Twitch chat. Oh, wait a second. Oh! Trade kill. Okay. Maybe we are Ireliaing. That was a pretty insane fight. If the Ezreal ulti here, it would have been a lot easier for the Akali to finish him off. That's pretty smart. That's a pretty crazy 1v1 in the Baron lane. Okay. Looks like both teams at the moment just trying to get as many objectives as possible. The most annoying thing to deal with as the Ziggs, or against the Ziggs, sorry, is the disgusting wave clear that the Ziggs has. Ezreal is over the wall here, but isn't going to do enough damage. Okay. It's like, the thing is that Ladino is never going to be able to push this mid lane tower unless Ziggs is dead. And you can never kill a Ziggs unless you hard engage. The problem is the Ziggs just going to stay on the tower the whole game. Man, this Ziggs champ just needs to be deleted, no? Doesn't the Ziggs champion just need to be deleted from the game? I don't know. The champion just sits mid lane, throws bombs, clears waves, and then just doesn't really do anything else. That's about it. Looking good though for 2 junglers 0 smite so far. Definitely a lot better than the previous game. It's a lot closer as well. Ladino's jungler was not able to get that advantage bot lane that he was able to get in the first game. Irelia, what are we doing? Okay. What are we doing, Irelia? Okay, we are not Ireliaing this game. Unfortunate game so far for Irelia, 2 and 5. Really having a rough time. We saw last game that when the mid laner gets ahead for Ladino, that this guy can definitely run away with the game. So I would be extremely worried right now. We need to try and shut down this he's trying to shut down this guy. If we're 2 junglers 0 smite right now, we are looking towards this Akali and looking to try and shut her down. Because at the moment, she has one of the highest golds in the entire game. Both junglers actually have a lot of gold. Both junglers have just been farming a lot this game. See that Miho is looking to try and play around this objective. Very risky to start this off because his whole team is not here at the moment. Good hook onto the Lee Sin. Just gonna be able to dash away though. Oh, this Ornn ulti could be huge. Actually only hits 1 person. This is very scrappy. Very, very scrappy from these 2 teams. Ziggs is... Look at the Ziggs though on the backline. The Ziggs is just free hitting on the backline. Irelia is not Ireliaing just yet. Oh, Akali on the opposite side as well. Okay, this fight is extremely close. Irelia ignites. Oh my god, Ladino actually win the fight. Holy. They win this fight. The Akali was able to sneak in onto the Ziggs onto the back line. I thought the Ziggs would have been able to do enough damage there. The Ziggs was over the wall, throwing bombs out for free. Wasn't able to do anything. Like, just wasn't able to do that as much damage. I think the big counter was the Galio ulti, that magic shield. That magic shield that the Galio ulti gave to the whole team really stopped a lot of that Ziggs damage. Really big team fight window for Ladino. On the Soul point now. Gonna be Infernal Soul if this is taken away. Infernal Soul. Just notice though, ADC on blue team, is that going to be an issue late? No, it's very standard in competitive Wild Rift, Bizzle. Also, welcome to the stream, Bizzle. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, it's kind of standard in Wild Rifts. AP champions do a lot of damage, and AP champions just in general are a lot stronger. ADCs are... I mean, ADCs are definitely stronger now than what they were before, but the meta is very much EP focused bot lane. I think it's a lot more varied now than what it was a few months ago. Yeah, it's not normal. It's not anything out of the blue to see a Ziggs bot lane. Ziggs also does enough damage as well with first strike and the items that the Ziggs is probably going to go build. Does have a defensive item though with Crown of Shatter Queen, so is very worried about probably the dive potential of the Akali Lee Sin later on. Pretty close game so far. I mean, this is a lot closer than game number 2, but the big thing for Ladno, I mean, all Ladno need to do right now is just play passive, farm up. They got the scaling of Ezreal. They got the scaling of Akali as well. Once the scaling comes in, oh, that's the threat. Oh, that's the threat of play. Ah, Ziggs is just left alone mid lane. Why is Ziggs all alone in the mid lane? Oh, this could be a big counter engage though. Stasis timing's pretty nice. Can he get away? Nope. Oh. All right, ready, Eric? Okay, this is big for 2 jungle 0 smite. This is really big. It's probably Baron here. This is definitely Baron. This is Baron for sure. Wow, they somehow turned that around. Maybe Ladno playing a little bit too aggressive there. They got a really nice pick though on the Ziggs. I mean, that's what you need to do against this composition of 2 junglers, is you need to try and shut down the Ziggs. But then the Ezreal got completely caught out by dashing forward. Really big mistake there. And that is Baron Buff going over to 2 junglers. So maybe this is going to turn things around. Maybe. Maybe this can turn things around. We'll have to see. Baron buff is going to mean that 2 junglers are probably going to get a little bit more gold now. They do have about 2,000 gold leads. They need to play around this next dragon though. Next dragon spawns in 45 seconds. If Ladno get this Drake, then maybe they can still win this game. It's going to be very difficult though against this Baron buff, because the extra stats that these players or 2 junglers have at the moment is going to mean that they're probably a lot stronger right now. It's going to be very difficult. You can see at the moment they're pushing the bot lane. Oh, here comes the Engage. The Ornhorn comes out. Okay, no Ornn ulti for the dragon fight is pretty huge. Pretty much a waste of Ornn ulti. You can see the Camille split pushing on the other side. Huge. Okay, this could be the engage. This could be the final fight. Really good dodge by the Ezreal actually to dodge the ulti. Okay, I guess we're not seeing that fight anymore because we're going to go in the Baron lane, I guess. The directed cam just wants to go in the Baron lane. I mean, this is inhibitor down. We're missing the entire team fight though. Okay. Thanks, Riot. Thank you, Riot Games, for making me lose that entire team fight, I guess. Right, so like, who cares about the team fight? Oh no, Ezreal. Oh no, Ziggs, sorry. Oh no. Uh-oh. It's a bit of a problem. That is a bit of a problem. Okay, well, 2 junglers looked in prime position to be able to win this game with that Baron buff. It did get one inhibitor down, but now Infernal Soul is in the hands of Ladino. They got 3 Drakes. The Baron buff is coming up in 40 seconds. This is the next big Baron fight. Now it's actually Ladino in the gold lead. What a crazy second game, by the way. This second game has been so back and forth. This game has been extremely back and forth. Both these two teams are trying their best right now. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if this Camille alone is going to be able to win the game. I'm not too sure. Baron buff is going to be very, very tricky for this team to deal with. If Ladino take Baron buff here, then I think it's enough to defend this Camille. But it is going to be a 4 versus 4. And with no Camille, it might be pretty difficult. I think all eyes are going to be on the 2 backline carries here. The Ezreal and the Ziggs. Both have pretty much got 3 items now. 3.5 items. We are scaling heavily into the late game now. So we're looking at the likes of Akali, Ezreal, Ziggs. All these champions at the moment. Ornhorn's huge. Ornhorn is huge. Nice disengage though by the Xin Zhao. Ziggs is playing very, very careful at the moment. You can see how far back Ziggs is playing right now. Big team fight. The Ziggs is still untouched in the back line. Irelia kills 1. Akali's jumping back in, but gets stunned straight away. Oh my god! 3 for 2 exchange? What the hell is going on? It's a 3 for 2. Ezreal's flashing forwards. Oh no, it's a 2 for 2. Wait, I didn't see Akali is still alive. Oh my god, the whole fight was a 2 for 2 exchange. Both junglers are dead as well for the same time. Elder Drake is up. Wait, are they starting Elder Drake? They're crazy. They're starting Elder Drake. I'm not too sure about this one. This is a crazy Elder Drake start. It looks like maybe 2 junglers are going to stay on the Drake. Both junglers have probably got TP. Yeah, you can see the TP has been bought by both junglers. Oh, Ezreal. Okay, Ezreal doesn't get caught. Ezreal doesn't have any mana though, and he's going to be late on the recall. It looks like probably the... So you can see that TP was bought by the 2 junglers, but they just sold it. They just went back to stasis. What a crazy, crazy fight that was. Absolutely insane. I was really keeping my eye out on Ziggs. The big thing is that the Lee Sin and the Akali wasn't able to get onto the Ziggs that time. You can see how much damage the Ziggs can do. Oh, Akali. Okay, no Xin Zhao ulti, no Akali ulti for next team fight. It means that Akali's going to have a little bit less mobility to try and get onto the Ziggs. These Ziggs is now going for Liandry's, do a little bit more damage against these tanks. My god, this game is going on for quite some time, huh? Quite some time. Camille at the moment, still looking to try and split push. Both major objectives are up now, though. Both the Baron and the Dragon are both up and available. There's actually a flash there. Nautilus had to flash away. The flash for Nautilus in the next fight could be pretty big. They can get a pick here onto Nautilus. Could be huge. Akali with the flank as well. Oh, Akali's going in. Here we go. Akali going in here is pretty huge. Could get chain CC actually. Wait a second. Akali missed the dash over the wall. Has to flash instead. That could be a pretty big misplay by Akali. Wait a second. Look at the base as well. The Camille's winning the 1v1, but Akali's going back to base. Is Camille dead? Oh, Camille lives. Back to the team fight. Okay, this is a bit of a... This is crazy right now. These 2 jungle and 0 smites have the advantage at the moment. Elder Drake, they can maybe try and burst this down. Oh, they are low. Oh, they are low. This does not look good. Oh, 3-man knock up by the Norton. Ziggs is going to try and do enough damage, but no, this is over. Ladino win this game now. Everyone is way too low, I think. Wait a second. Maybe Ziggs bombs? A few Ziggs bombs? Wait a second. Oh, Akali got the kill onto the Camille. Oh, here comes the Akali cleanup. Ziggs stasis. It's a cleanup. It's a wrap up on Isle. 2 junglers. Ezreal ulti? Nope. Wow. What an insane game. This should be a wrap now. I think they can end. They got this bot lane wave. They should be able to end here with this bot lane wave. We've got 20 seconds on Irelia. Can the Nautilus defend for 20 seconds? 15 seconds now. He has to try and clear the wave, but I don't think he has enough damage. He doesn't have enough wave clear. Ladno, insane game number 2. What a crazy game number 2. So back and forth. GG's. Ladno win game number 2. My God. Nautilus cannot defend. Insane game. What the hell was that? Crazy, 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 crazy. One insane game for game number 2 that was. Bonkers. That's what we like to call it in the UK. Absolute bonkers game number 2. But hey, look. If your question was, can Ziggs do enough damage in late game? You just look at Ziggs' damage. 43,000 damage.
Pick here would be the Nautilus on the support when they have the Ornn on. Oh, actually, no, they're going for the Jax. Shut up, Blam.
Interesting. Prioritizing the Baron laner instead of the support. Maybe just trying to see where this Ornn is going to end up. Obviously, it can be flexed around, but it does seem like Ornn has been picked a bit more in the Baron lane than the support. But Jax, again, another really difficult champion to deal with. You know, one of the split pushers. I think one, I guess, downside of Ladno's comp in the previous game is that they didn't really have anything to deal with that Camille in the side lane. You know, you saw the Ornn had a very, very difficult time. And honestly, the Camille nearly won the game in the end as well. But Jax this time for Ladno is going to be able to help with the split push on the side lane. Going to be able to build the whole breaker. Now the question is, do 2 junglers want to move the Ornn to the support and maybe play another Baron laner that maybe wants to contest with the split push? Or do they want to try and focus on these team fights with this Ornn pick in the Baron lane?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've still got the likes of the Fiora up in the Baron lane as well, so Fiora's not been banned yet. They see that 2 jungles are banning out either the jungle picks and the support picks here. So it kind of makes me feel like the Ornn, as of right now, seems like it's going to be in the support. We don't, to be fair, throughout the group stages, Ornn in the Baron lane hasn't been He's always been generally as a support champion, especially like with the likes of Evergaming, Kapabari, Cold Q on him as well. He's been pretty insane throughout the majority of the tournament. But yeah, it looks like we are going to be getting back into the support lane with the Ornn because we have the Renekton, even though the Fiora's up, but nobody's going to go for the Fiora.
I think a comfort pick for Lee Sings. I think he plays it pretty much, all the time. For the games that I've watched him play anyway, he's been playing it quite a lot. So bit of a difficult matchup though against the Jax. I mean, Renekton is maybe going to have a little bit of advantage in the early game. Probably not even that much, because the Jax can definitely look to try and contest in terms of the early game pressure against the Renekton. But when we get into the mid to late stage of the game, this Jax is just going to completely outscale the Renekton, and Renekton is not the champion that I was expecting to see in the Baron lane to try and contest with that split push. But we're gonna have to see how that Baron lane matchup goes. Nautilus is picked up in the end. It looks like it's gonna be Volibear in the jungle. Again, another dive champion that Anti has been playing. First was the Aatrox, now was the Lee Sin in the last game, and now it's the Volibear, which is going to be very, very difficult to deal with.
Oh yeah, hugely. I mean, even like in the early game, Volibear's turret dive potential is huge. I mean, I've seen it pretty much take 3v1 under the turret, manage to get some sort of kills. He may trade his life for it, but if you're already up in gold, it's already a surplus for you. Like you say, with the Jax, it's going to obviously outscale towards the end game. But I feel like Lee Sing's Renekton pick is trying to isolate the Akali with obviously single target CC, potentially the Ezreal as well, trying to keep them locked down so they can go in for it. But obviously, 2 jungle, 0 smite do pick up the Yone at the end. He has recently just got a buff, obviously more so for the jungle Yone and being able to do more damage to the monsters. But to be fair, going the Yone against the Akali is not a bad pick. I think the Volibear is going to have a big presence up in the Baron lane and mid lane, I think, early game, just to try and even it out for the Akali as she doesn't get decimated. But I mean, as you've seen, Hansa has been going hard on the Akali, so I can't imagine it's going to be an easy task for 2 jungle 0 smite, to be fair.
Yeah, Yonipic's an interesting one, as you said, did get buffed in the jungle, but also in terms of like the trading potential now, I think, you know, with Yoni's second ability getting buffed, you know, you get more shielding now on the second ability. It does mean that you're going to be able to trade a lot more efficiently in the mid lane, or even if you play in the Baron lane, you know, either one of the two. I think Yoni can definitely you know, maybe trade a lot easier now. And also with Solari Charge Blade being buffed as well, that's also another game. Number 3, you'll probably have to sync up with the times to make sure you're in sync.
Oh yes.
We don't want a last season situation where you're talking about one thing and it's already the syncing was not there. The connection was not there.
I mean, we all relied on that amazing production of the spectator that's randomly just like, you know what, let's look at that Barrett, let's look at that turret take there, and rather than the team fight.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah,
that's quite action packed right there. So we'll continue watching that one.
That was extremely fun. But yeah, KI is going to be very much struggling. I mean, you're probably going to get 0 stacks here of Grasp the Undying. That's why it doesn't get picked in the support role, and why you shouldn't pick it in the support role, because you're never going to be able to get into support, into melee range to be able to auto attack and get a full advantage there with Grasp the Undying. That's why people use something like Aftershock or Glacial Augment instead to get more control over team fights or when you're trading. So very, very difficult for, I think, for the Ornn early on.
Just trying to get catched up in sync with the time. I think that is about it. There we go. Okay. A little bit anyway. I'll continue watching on the Discord one. If it gets a little bit unbearable, then I'll just swap over to mine there. So anyway, I mean, yeah, like you say, it's going to be hard to actually get any of the stacks for the Grasp of the Undying. Unfortunate for 2 jungle 0 smite there, but that is how it goes when you don't pay attention to your build.
Oh, Blam's turn robot.
Mr. Robota.
Is it oh no, we're back, we're good. Well, I don't know if that was Discord or if that was you.
I don't know. Everything, like, other than my phone that I'm watching this on, has the Wi-Fi completely wiped off, so it shouldn't be me. We'll see. We'll see anyway.
UK Wi-Fi, yes, that is finest.
Absolutely. UK Northern Wi-Fi, mate. Just add that extra little bit of zest to it.
Northern Wi-Fi.
Northern Wi-Fi, mate.
Okay, what do you class as North? It's a question for you.
North, the Lake District.
Okay, no. Okay, so, no, I meant like, so where upwards would you class as North? Like where, like, what's the most southern point in which you would call something like north of England, quote unquote?
I mean, once you're at the Midlands, I think anywhere from there is north upwards, isn't it really? So,
okay. No, it's just I've seen a few things of like people saying like, oh, anything above Watford is north, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, crackling.
Goes on the trade.
Good old crackles. Wait, let me disconnect from Discord. Maybe it's a Discord thing. Maybe is it a Discord thing? I don't know at this point.
Hello.
Oh, hello. I can't.
There we go. I mean, with the way the route goes on the train. Okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. Routes on the train. The route for Volibear really helped with the Renekton kill there. Nicely done by Ladno. I mean, was it to be expected? Probably, absolutely. The way they performed throughout the group stages. Definitely. Currently 2 up. But no, as the route on the train goes, crew, I would probably class anything from crew upwards is north.
Bad, I don't remember where crew is. Crew. Why do I not remember where crew is? Maps. Where's crew? Oh, wait, so you would class Sheffield as north?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. Okay.
I mean, have you been there? Have you heard the accents from Sheffield?
A few times, not too much. Only a few times.
Definitely travel the UK. We need a UK stew tour.
Oh, a UK tour. Oh god. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, the Akali. Ooh.
Ooh. Nice little bit of a trade there, thanks to the Volibear assisting the Akali. Even though Akali went down, managing to take out the jungler pre-dragon, even though he's going to be back pretty much before the dragon, and the Rift Herald is back up. So, yes, it's a bit of gold in your pocket, but it's not really going to stop the Smite contest yet.
And the big thing this game is that two junglers is prioritizing more towards this Akali, trying to shut down this Akali, which they haven't done in the first two games. It's been very difficult for them to try and shut down this Akali. So far so good. Only 1-2 at the moment for this Akali, and they still have a gold lead though, which is a little bit difficult to play around. But it looks like the Yone actually isn't going for Solari Charge Blade as the first item, which is a bit surprising. And a trade in objectives again. It's exact same as game number 2. It looks like the Dragon's going over to Ladno, and the Herald is going over to two junglers. There's a play in bot lane, but for some reason my spectator doesn't want to go over there, but nothing has happened there so far.
Yep. We see that they managed to get the dragon. Like you said, it is pretty much structured from the last few games. Shelly going down in the mid lane. Nicely done, but the Volibear is focused. Varus there in the mid lane, getting another kill for Ladno. Nicely done. But I think actually no. I think Lee Sin and Ornn here should be able to deny this turret takedown. Hopefully, I'd like to think so. For the sake of 2 jungle 0 smite, I'd like to think they are going to deny the the turret takedown here.
Yeah, a bit of an overextension there for two junglers trying to get as many plates as possible and trying to take down the mid lane towers. Come back to bite them, unfortunately, and it does mean that Wawa gets taken down. They do lose a few plates in that mid lane. And to be honest, even with two junglers taking that Rift Herald, they're still behind in gold, which is not something that you want to see, because you have the scaling again of the dragon taking potential, which Ladno have done very, very well with so far. They've definitely looked to prioritize the dragons over the Rift Heralds. Kali here again going for the 1v1 play on the Yone. Volibear's here to help out as well this time.
Oh yes.
One more to attack, yes. And that is going to be Yone down. Yeah.
Done once again on the Yone. I mean, this is why they picked the Volibear. Volibear is just huge, not just in size, but in terms of stun, in terms of ganking. It's just, you don't necessarily even need the Roma, the support there, but just about. Ornn almost got in there and tried to do something with that Ornn ultimate, but it kind of just whiffed both the Akali and the Volibear, unfortunately.
Only just there. The Renekton healing was just enough in the end to get there. But yeah, you can see the Renekton already struggling against this Jax. 800 gold behind of this Jax. Obviously, the Volibear was helping out in the early game. And that's kind of all you need, really, in this Jax versus Renekton matchup. One gank to help this Jax get one kill and get ahead. And then it becomes so difficult for this Renekton to get back into the game.
One gank to rule them all. I mean, I did call it out in the draft that the Volibear was going to take a priority up in that Baron lane. We didn't actually see the support go up there originally, but like I said, with the Volibear, he's generally in that Baron lane, if not helping the mid lane. We generally see it. We don't see him down in the dual lane. It's kind of a bit too far for him. I think it's a little bit too southern for Volibear. He starts to thaw out as he goes down into the dual lane. But Varus managed to actually get the turret in the mid lane, so fair play to Wawa, getting himself a little bit of gold. He is still, however, just about 300 gold behind the Ezreal, but are they going to catch out either of these champions here? Oh, okay. Okay, red team getting another turret trade there. Turret for a turret makes the whole game go faster.
Yep, more turrets mean there's more players that are going to be able to happen here. We might look for a tower dive here onto the Jax in the Baron lane. It's going to be a little bit difficult, and you can see
okay.
You can see the pings at the moment going out by the
you can just imagine the comms on Lad now. It's like, cancel the recall, we're coming up to you, don't worry, mate.
We're helping you out, buddy, don't worry, you're not alone.
The cavalry is here, love.
Oh, speaking of that, engage. Oh, nice dodge there.
Oh.
That's balanced.
Yep, I think Han should just be banned from the Akali pick here. Absolutely be able to take out the Varus whilst Renekton, Ornn, and Lee Sin all being there. Looks like Ladno's not done, though. They're not done. They're waiting for something else. They're brewing something. Renekton here. The Akali again with the re-engage on the Renekton. Just baiting 2 jungle 0 smite right now. And whilst they're having a little jolly time up in the Baron lane, Volibear is just taking that mid lane. Like, you know what, guys? I need a bit of jungle jungle gold. I think I'll just go into your lane, steal a turret, and whilst you're having a bit of a slap and tickle up in the Baron lane, I'll get some cash in my pocket.
That was a disgusting engage from the Akali. You know, you can try and shut down the Akali, but you can't shut down Han. He will still make plays, and the Varus had no chance at all. Like, not a chance in the world. And you can see at the moment that Wawa hasn't even completed any of his items yet. None of the items that he has been trying to build have been completed yet. He has really, really struggled to try and get a hold of this game and try to get a little bit of extra gold that they really need. You know, if they can get the gold, then that's great, but it's going to be a big struggle.
Absolutely. I think he's gone for the Crane of the Shattered Queen there. So it's, I mean, for all these knockups are on the side of Ladno, like the likes of the Nautilus. You've got the Counter-Strike of the CC Counter-Strike of Jax. You've also got the Volibear. I think he's just trying to make himself a little bit more viable going into these team fights, because he's currently sitting at 0-2, which is, as an ADC of the team, is not where you want to be. The only 2 kills going over to the Yone and the Lee Sin, which is... I mean, it's better than it going to the support. It's better than it going to the Grasp of the Undying Ornn in the support lane, but it's pretty hard for them. I think there's a bit of a mental boom going on currently for 2 jungle 0 smites. It's not looking good.
It's not looking good at all. Bit difficult at the moment for them. They're behind in gold again for a 3rd game in a row. I wonder if it's going to be as close as game number 2, but it looks like at the moment maybe Ladno looking for a 3-0 sweep, which is probably something we didn't expect, but on with Grasp of the Undying, it's going to be able to escape for now. But yeah, I mean, looking at the group stage standings, they were pretty close together in terms of standings with these 2 teams, so I was not expecting this to be as one-sided as it is right now. But yeah, you know, all credit to Ladno though.
Yeah, Ladno have been such a great team throughout the group stages, throughout the qualifiers as well. The first time I ever saw them was when I think Cody Q was like, "Oh, do you want to just like give coverage to the finals of the CIS tournament?" So I was like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine." And the first time I ever saw Ladno, I was, "Oh, sick! This is a pretty good team." But I think the thing that's going really wrong for 2 jungle 0 smite here is the lack of engaged champions. I mean, they got the Renekton, but I mean, I'll carry on with that point afterwards, but the Chains of Corruption comes through from the Varus, but not really much going on there. It's currently a 1-1 trade for both of the teams. Ornn taking a bit of damage here. Can they manage to get another kill for themselves here? It's more so looking for Ladno. Ladno is looking pretty strong in this whole interaction. Akali going in. She was thirsty.
Nothing happening there just yet.
No.
Coming up
back to the point that I was making. The Ornn and the Renekton obviously would be great engaged champions going into a team fight, but the Jax has just ran away with that lane, currently up by about 800 gold, which in the grand scale of things, as a team gold lead, wouldn't be massive, but as a lane lead, it's definitely a snowball that's slowly building up. It's an item that's almost built, whereas Renekton's actually not done too bad in terms of item builds here, so he's gone for the Black Cleaver, he's gone for the Bork, but it's just, I don't know, there's something missing with the Renekton play, and it just seems to be being nullified by Ladno, it seems.
You can see that Wawa has finally completed some items as well. Akali's actually going to be making a play up in this Baron lane. Lee Sin is here as well, though. The Yone is actually going to dash in. There's plays on both sides of the map, actually. We're going to be looking at the bot lane fight. The Renekton in the 1v2 situation is going to flash away, but it doesn't matter. And Akali actually gets picked up as well. So both the side laners on both teams do get caught out and do get outnumbered, which is pretty big, I think, for Ladno, because they're going to get priority for this bot side of the map. And with that dragon spawning in 30 seconds time, it is going to mean that they could potentially get 3 dragons again and get 3 dragon souls in a row. Like 3 games, 3 dragon souls is something that I have not seen before.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, in the group stages, it was pretty much over before the 3rd dragon pretty much came up in most games. But this is the kind of place where you're going to see it is definitely in the playoffs, where we finally see those dragon souls coming through. But you was right in saying having that pressure down in the bot lane because of taking out, trying to get the minion wave push there, but it's actually managed to bring it back even Stevens. However, the top lane takedown of the turret actually really helped in terms of the gold difference on the side of 2 Jungle Zero Smite. Only about okay, but
this is pretty bad.
Ult is huge.
3-man Nord ulti. Oh, the Yone as well. This is really, really big for 2 Jungle Zero Smite right now. The Carly's going to be able to counter engage. Oh, the counter strike, the flash counter strike into 3 people. And the Ezreal is completely untouched this fight. There's so many low members. The Varus is going to get taken down as well. Double kill for the Ezreal. Lee Sin tries to jump back in. Somehow survives. The red buff is ticking. But this Volibear is going to be able to clean up 1. The Volibear is probably eventually going to be able to clean up 2 as well.
He's got his ult.
There's ult, the status.
But the status.
Oh, no, that's it. It's an ace. Could this be the game? I'm not too sure. I don't think it's going to be the game. It is going to be a 3rd Dragon Soul in a row though for Ladno. One in the same fight. Ezreal with the spacing there, with the abilities, played that extremely well.
Yeah, really, really well. I mean, you saw it pretty much going. We knew the plan that was going on there when it's going for the complete Dragon Soul. We saw what could have been a potential great engage for the Ornn, but then was met with, obviously we saw the Yone ult come straight through as well, trying to pick up and do as much damage as possible. I don't think we even saw a trade or a loss of one of the Ladno champions with that, and for them to get an ace, even though the engage was so huge to begin with, it kind of makes the difference in either the draft right now. It definitely accentuates why the draft is better on the side of Ladno rather than the side of 2 Jungle Zero Smite, because even though we got 2 huge engages from the Ornn and the Yone, nothing really did happen there for them. But like you said, the game wasn't going to go over. They are literally in it for that Dragon Soul, and they've got it. It's the Mountain Drake Soul, which is going to make them a little bit more tanky in these team fights.
It's going to be quite nice for them. It's going to make Renekton's time even more difficult as well. I mean, Renekton is already far behind. You know, a couple of games in a row now that Lee Sin has been behind in gold with this Renekton, just showing that Renekton, even after countless amount of buffs that he has received, unfortunately is in a spot right now where, you know, just can't really do too much. You can't really dive onto the back line because you've got so many dashes on the likes of Carly, Jax, Volibear, Ezreal. It's just so hard to just stick on the members of Ladno at the moment, who are performing extremely well right now, and looks like they're going to be able to clean this game up. 27 seconds away from the Elder Drake spawning. Baron buff is available as well, and it looks like they're going to try and sneak away, or at least check the Baron for now. I don't think 2 junglers can win a fight. They're going to have to try and maybe sneak the other objective that Ladno is not going for, but it's going to be extremely difficult for them.
Absolutely. I mean, the only time we've seen 2 jungles actually manage to get a kill is when they've managed to isolate the Akali. It's not gone the best for them. They have come out pretty much scratched and bruised, but they've managed to secure the Akali out of it. But it seems like even trying to uneven the odds to a 4v5 in these team fights is just not going too well for 2 Jungle Zero Smite. And once again, we saw that the Yone went in originally, and Akali's just going in. Hands goes in with a huge takedown, followed by a massive whiff of the Ezreal ult. But I mean, this is already going to set up a big fight here for Ladno. There's the 2 jumps in, leap in from the Jax. Try to do the Ornn ult since they led them to that. There's a bit of a bait there, but however, the bait is 2 Jungle Zero Smite. They just did not know it yet.
It's going to be it. This is going to be game over, I think.
It is looking like it's going to be Jova. Oh, Jax is not Jax is not done. Jax is not done.
Chase him down, boys.
His best.
He's got the healing of the Warmbogs. The Lee Sin is going to help
Yeah.
out as well. It looks like Lee Sin's caught out as well. Yeah, Lee Sin's just
Nautilus
gone.
gets caught.
No.
Comes through with the dredge line. Oh,
it does delay them a little bit of time, but I mean, with the jungler going down, this is probably going to mean the Elder Drake and the Baron buff both going down here for the side of Ladino, and it's pretty much going to be GG from that point. So it's going to be so difficult already, you know. 3 games in a row, as I mentioned, that Ladino has said, you know, screw the Rift Herald in the early game. We want to prioritize towards getting this Dragon Soul, which is not very popular. Most people would say that, you know, Rift Herald is a lot stronger to try and get the early game advantage and to try and snowball, but two junglers have not been able to snowball any of these games at all, and it's been extremely difficult for them.
definitely. I mean, you can kind of see from the draft the second game into this one, they have the likes. I mean, even though Aurelia died quite a bit in that mid lane on the side of 2 Jungle 0 Smite, it was still a better use of single target CC. Especially if she gets a stack up, she can actually do some massive damage. She also has a shield as well. Slow. Yeah, it's just, there's a bit of a diff. I think the draft was a really big upset here, but we're seeing Lee Sing's doing what he did with the Camille in the last game, where he's just trying to get a final push down in any lane. He could go for an inhibitor here. That could be the first inhibitor.
Wait a second, they're going to try and end the game.
Backdoor, backdoor,
backdoor. The game if they don't actually recall in time. Oh no, 2 members are back though. Oh no.
3, 4, they're all here, and they have the Elder Dragon as well. If 2 Jungle 0 Smite couldn't win a team fight without that extra bit of zest from the Elder Dragon, they're definitely going to win it now. Volibear going 2v1 in the mid lane. He's just holding the door open for his team. Gets the stun onto the Lee Sin. Lee Sin goes down. Yone looking pretty low in the health, and so is Varus, both on the run. This sets up a Baron Nashor takedown, surely.
Yeah, Baron gonna go down here. Really nice idea though from 2 Junglers 0 Smite. Kind of a desperation play really, knowing that they're already so far behind in gold. They saw that bot lane wave. They saw the potential to maybe try and go there and maybe try and take the game, but unfortunately for them, it's not gonna be it.
Yeah,
Baron still tries to go in, but
there from the Yone.
Yeah.
It's all the little swan song there.
Not going to be enough.
Please, can I take it? My jungle is dead. But no, yeah, it's pretty much over. We've got Jax running down the bot lane. We've got the other 4 members of Ladno running down the mid and top lane here. It's just their way in is definitely that bot lane. They don't really have any minions in the mid or the Baron. Lee Sin comes back. Renekton gets deleted. Here comes the Winions into the Nexus to take the 3rd and final match from 2 Jungle 0 Smites, leaving the tournament already.
Still good for them to make it into playoffs though. It's the first time for them that they've made it into playoffs again. As I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, this is a team of just solo queue friends that have just come together and they made it all the way to playoffs. So no props to them. They made it past group stage. They made it onto, you know, to the group stage from the qualifiers as well. And they're going to be a little bit down right now that they've unfortunately lost this series and not able to make it through to the semi-final. But still, either way, they should still leave with their heads held high.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, like you say, it's a team full of solo queue players. I mean, and they managed to get to the group stages. It's still something to be proud of. I feel like if they manage to stay together for whatever is in store for EMEA